Stigma has been a part of my life for a very long time, starting with anxiety and depression. It is a very scary thing to a lot of people, someone who is depressed and anxious. So as a kid, I had a lot of anxiety naturally. I come from a family with a lot of mental health history. When I was 11, my family life started to fall apart, starting when I was molested by my father. This sent me on a downward spiral. I didn't know how to help myself, and my mom didn't know how to help me either. There was no school counselor that could offer me the help that I needed because I was declining so rapidly, developing symptoms of PTSD and very, very severe depression. I was also self-mutilating pretty much every day. There reached a point where I had a meltdown at school, and both the counselor, my mom, and my other doctors said, "This is something we can't help Anna with. Anna's gonna die." So that's when Trillium came into my life. I was 11 years old when I started treatment at the farm home, and I was there for 5 months, and then I moved to the Perry Center for 2 months. For a while, I hated it. I fought the system, and I didn't like that they were teaching me how self-care and, trying to keep me safe. And then there was just a time where I can't quite articulate how or when it happened, but I kind of started to accept the fact that I'm a victim of trauma, and they're teaching me how to take care of myself, how to practice self-care and when to reach out for help when things are out of my hands, and why I should live. They were giving me a reason to live. Those routines that I created then, I will carry with me for the rest of my life. Once I reached high school, I started to come around and understand what tools Trillium had given me as a kid that I was able to utilize now as a young adult. I would go for a walk or a run, I would finish my lessons, and I would eat well throughout the day. I would nurture myself to health. The first 2 years of high school, it was practically all focused on me, internalizing things. And then around 11th grade, I started to get more involved with my community. When I first heard about Keep Organ Well, I cried. And I might cry now because it was finally an opportunity to give back. I didn't know that Trillium had a volunteer program. Keep Organ Well is all about talking about mental health in our community. And I love mental health so much. We do all sorts of great things, everything from events with Trillium, working with the kiddos at the Perry Center, to going to Pride Parade and setting up our booth and informing everyone there. We are out in the community in Portland talking about mental health and stigma. I remember the first time that I volunteered at the Perry Center with the little kids, I came home and I just cried. I just felt so much from that experience. I was going from victim to survivor. For me, volunteering with Trillium, with Keep Organ Well, meant that I had finally recovered enough to give back to children who were, who are in the same position that I was in. Volunteering with Keep Organ Well definitely is a piece of that for me, a piece of, continuing to move forward. Being able to be a part of that process as we expand and grow and, touch more people's lives is a huge part of my wellness too. Oh, if I could tell 11-year-old Anna anything, it would be that you're gonna live. You're gonna thrive. you're gonna do more good than you ever thought was possible. And just hold on. Place mental health as your priority and keep going. You will find hobbies, you will find friends, you will continue in your education. Just don't stop. That's what I would have to say.